Nikon FM buying guide. 3 versions. Nikon FM is an overlooked camera because its brother FM2 is so famous. Most people would go to FM2 instead of FM. However, FM is much cheaper and has certain advantage over FM2. FM accepts broader range of lenses than FM2. FM2 can only take AI lenses made after 1977 or AI converted lenses. FM, however, can take either AI lens or non-AI lens made before 1977. For example, here, this is an AI lens, and this is a non-AI lens. Of course, with a non-AI lens attached to FM, you have to stop down for metering. Anyway, the point I want to make is that FM has its own value and is worth considering. FM is made from 1977 to 1982. During this period of time, FM undergone some minor changes. These changes can be viewed as 3 versions. Now let's take a look at the differences of the 3 versions. These versions can show on the knurls, the knobs. As you can see, there is a speed dial knob, there is a shutter release knob, and there is a rewinding knob. The first version is called three-knurled-knob version, meaning all these 3 knobs has knurling. The knurling is here to help you turn. For example, the speed dial. In order to turn the speed dial, the knurling can help. Without the knurling, it is hard to turn. That is the purpose of knurling. Now, there's another version called two-knurled-knob version, meaning only the speed dial and the shutter release knobs have knurling. There's no knurling on the rewinding knob. And lastly, the third version, which is this one, is called a single-knurled-knob version. Only the speed dial, the speed knob has knurling. There's no knurling on the shutter release knob and the rewinding knob. Now, why there are 3 versions? In the early days, FM is matched with a motor drive MD11. When MD11 motor drive is attached to FM, you need to turn the shutter release knob from non-motor drive position to motor drive position. That is why you will need knurling on the shutter release knob. However, the rewinding knob, the knurling on the rewinding knob is not really necessary. That is why, after a short period run of the three-knurled-knob version, Nikon removed the knurling on the rewinding knob. Then you have a two-knurled-knob version. In 1979, Nikon introduced an improved motor drive called MD12. When you attach MD12 to FM, you don't need to turn the shutter release knob from motor drive position to, from non-motor drive position to motor drive position. In other words, you don't have to turn this knob, and thus, as a result, the knurling on the release knob is removed. Then you only need a knurling on the shutter speed knob. That is the single-knurled-knob version. So that's the three versions. Now you may say, who cares? Knurled or not knurled knobs, does it make any difference? The answer is yes. Some collectors may tell you that three-knurled-knob version has relatively low production quantity and therefore demands a higher price. However, from the practical point of view, the last version, the single-knurled-knob version, is the best in terms of functionality. Nikon took the opportunity to improve the internal structure and made it stronger and less troublesome. In other words, the last version is the most reliable. I'm not saying the previous two versions are not reliable. Nikon FM is a reliable camera compared to other brands' mechanical cameras, but the last version is simply the best. Another advantage of the last version is that it is easier to replace the focusing screen. As you know that FM has no interchangeable focusing screen. At least that's what is specified in the user's manual. However, with the last version, or the single-knurled-knob version, there is a screw above the mirror here. Hope you can see it. There is a screw here. Unscrew it, and you can take the focusing screen out, clean it, or replace with a new one. With the previous two versions, there is no such screw, and you have to disassemble the whole top cover in order to change focusing screen. That is why I prefer the single-knurled-knob version of FM. There is another way to tell if the FM is a single-knurled-knob version or not. All single-knurled-knob version, or the last version, has a serial number starting with number 3. Here. The serial number starting with 3, whereas the previous two versions have serial numbers starting with number 2. So if you want the last version, the single-knurled-knob version, simply pick up an FM with a serial number starting with 3. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you enjoy it, and good luck.